You want to be freaking wealthy or rich as hell? Well, just start a business because that can generate you X times of an employee salary. Or just do freelancing. You can make $500 or even $1,000 an hour doing that. How about this one? In order to make $100,000, you only have to sell a $1,000 product 100 times or a $10,000 service 10 times. Wow, that's an invaluable advice. Thanks for nothing. When it comes to business and particularly to getting clients, there are commonly two types of YouTube videos. There are motivational videos that get you fired up and potentially get you to take action, and then there are videos that delve more into the specifics of getting clients as a freelancer. Either way, in most cases, you watch the video, you go to the next one and don't do anything. Let's try to change that. Throughout the video, we will cover some very specific examples on getting freelance clients and clients in general. Even though it's difficult to reinvent the wheel, I want to give you a different perspective on getting clients, the proper, sustainable way. Based on the most common advice I was able to find and identify through researching and watching hours of content on that matter, let's extract the key message of them all. I watched videos of solo entrepreneurs and freelancers making $30K a month, sharing how they built their million-dollar businesses. And yes, if you actually listen, they do tell you how they started out. Oftentimes, the advice you find online isn't bad at all, but it's communicated the complete wrong way, and also you probably use it in a way less effective way. One common advice out there can be summed up in the following quote: "Be so good they need to work with you." In other words, advance your expertise to a level that people want to hire you so badly they almost cannot not work with you. This is genuine advice, and yes, competence and knowledge are important and good to convince people and win them over. However, it cannot just be about being the best in your field. Sure, as soon as you have that public label of being on top of your field, you're all set. But what if you're just starting out? To get the ball rolling, you shouldn't solely rely on skill and competence in your field only. I'm sure you must have thought there are people less smart and capable having more clients and making more money than I am. And you're right, they are often just better or more experienced in building genuine relationships with people. They got their foot in the door and then hooked the people enough so they would hire them. Regardless of the service, if I don't connect with a person, I'm not particularly interested and tempted to engage with them, and certainly don't want to do business with them. Keep improving so you end up as one of the best in your field. Why not? But know that your focus should constantly be relationship building in the long run. The customer service mindset. Sales and getting clients, also freelance clients, is heavily influenced by your approach and attitude towards business and people. Most people make it about themselves because they want clients, they want money. The problem is, how would someone ever be able to let their guard down and truly trust you if they feel your main intent is serving your needs over theirs? You have to genuinely be interested in providing value and helping out. And even though it's business, the customer service type of mindset has to be adjusted and applied depending on the circumstances. Let's say you run into a person who's a high-ranking business magnate and they happen to talk about their upcoming vacation. They mention how much they're into playing golf, but haven't yet gotten the chance to check out the best golf club in the area. You've been there before and know some places, so you happily help out and have no expectation in return. That's how you connect with people based on genuine interest. Once the connection is there, you can go ahead and increase the probability of them getting into a business relationship with you. But give it time and fuel all your future assets with upfront value. This is the only way to show people you actually care about them getting served well. So what's next for you? Any specific steps? Okay, here we go. Based on my research, my personal experience as a freelancer, and after having talked to a whole bunch of friends who successfully transitioned to freelance careers, getting clients when starting out comes down to the following things. First, once you have a field of choice, join a company and work as an employee until you understand the structure of the business and connect well with enough people. Then start your own venture based on the expertise, and if valuable, take 1 or 2 people with you in case they're pumped. Besides freelancing, that's literally how many major corporations started. A bunch of ex-employees gathering together to do it on their own. One of the most common ways to access new clients was through existing relationships. And in many cases, the relationships towards former colleagues and especially to former managers were crucial steps towards freelancing later on. The interesting part here is how expertise and connection are valued. While your ability to perform well and do a tremendous job is obviously important, it's character, sympathy, and trust that decide upon future business relationships, including freelancing or even running ventures together. If you're currently working a job as an employee, you are also on a journey to pave your future business as a freelancer or entrepreneur. It is your job to identify the people within the corporation who you already have or can have a genuinely great connection with. That includes like-minded interests, values, and even hobbies. Also, do understand that you're looking for authentic relationships. Further down the road, your boss may leave the company and pursue a separate venture, yet in the same industry. Over the years, you have not only done a great job, you also made the life of your boss easier and went the extra mile. As a result, your boss instantly hires you as a freelancer to move on with building the new future business. It's a win-win situation based on bond, trust, and connection. Second, you work for an existing company and leverage existing relationships for future freelance work. In some companies, you may have built great client relationships even outside of your corporate structure. In the best case, your employer will support you on your journey as long as it doesn't harm them. But don't rely too much on that. Either way, you may diligently check for non-compete clauses to see whether you're allowed to continue business with existing clients. Third, depending on your field, start building a social media following or provide freelance work on platforms such as Fiverr or Upwork. Develop a great rapport and eventually start building your client base beyond those platforms. Lastly, follow the business. Get promoters to root for you. That means you have to expose yourself to your client base. For example, walk into a bridal fashion store to drop your contact and business cards as a wedding photographer. Build a connection with the store manager to gain a promoter. For example, you could offer a free photo shoot for the bridal fashion store's website. In return, the store owner starts recommending your services to customers. Obviously, you have to be good. Some of the millionaire solo entrepreneurs sharing advice on YouTube literally built their freelance business by doing tons of research on things like flaws on web pages, lack of web design, no proper online shop setup, or improvement potential regarding content. They would then create a solution and possibly provide that for free to provide value based on the gap they found. Doing this often enough leads to the first clients. The problems exist, you need to find them, fix them, and leverage them. Run the business before you start the business, in a sense. The basics and by far most practical advice without buying tons of courses is have an outstanding product or service and make sure people see it. Note that outstanding doesn't always refer to being the best. Sometimes the market rather requires you to be super interesting or different. Thus, you should use social media. Pick one platform of choice and nail that first. Showcase what you are actually doing for your clients or show your product. If it's good or interesting enough and catches people's attention, then establishing the business is just the last little step, the formal seal of the deal. Let me give you a great example. I once saw an Instagram video that was suggested to me. It was a woman who basically created Harry Potter cookies that you could break in half and they would reveal one of the infamous Harry Potter houses. These cookies had incredible details. They were handmade, had sprinkles and colors. The optics and the super cool idea with the house banners inside the cookies were so cool. I had no interest up front and yet I was sold instantly. I went to the comment section because it was kind of a viral video. The amount of people who directly asked where to buy these cookies or how to order them was insane. It turned out that the woman didn't even run any bakery or shop. It was just a little passion project for her among many others. To the comment of the woman replying, "Unfortunately, I'm not a bakery," the instant reaction of the users was, "Well, so start a bakery then." And they meant it. You get the point, right? If something is cool enough or valuable enough and people notice, they will buy 100%. Your goal in freelancing and business is to develop a service and customer experience that only causes one reaction: shut up and take my money. This concept is clearly customer-centric. Something is so valuable that the money involved isn't even questioned. And now it's time for you to take action. Pick a field you want to be freelancing in, something you enjoy and you feel you can add value. Say goodbye to the thought of closing the deal. Instead, get in a customer service mindset. And third, get yourself in the environment of your industry. Connect with as many people as possible. Develop deep relationships over a long period of time. Thanks for watching and enjoy your business.